You're listening to the John and Heidi Show Bonus Hour. If you miss any of the program, you can find the podcast at the bottom of the page at sunnyradio.com.
Give yourself a little credit.
It's more important than ever to have a better credit card. At bettercreditcards.com, we offer a variety of credit card options to fit your needs. Whether you want a card to give you cash back or a credit card to help you build your credit, we probably have it at bettercreditcards.com. That's bettercreditcards.com.
Give yourself a little credit. Go ahead and switch to bettercreditcards.com.
Thank you for listening to the John and Heidi Show on a Free Flag Friday. Super excited to give away another 3x5 flag from our friends at Maximum Promotions in Sioux Falls. We are going to give away this flag right now, and we'll do another one next Friday. So if you'd like to win, stick around. I'll tell you how to get your name called next week, just like Al Waltman. Yay! Congrats, Al! You got a new 3x5 flag, and you can put that on your flagpole. What's that? You don't have a flagpole? Well, the good folks at Maximum Promotions can hook you up, whether you want to put a pole in your yard if you want to do that, or if you want to put one like on the house. Either way, they can hook you up with that as well. But you have a free 3x5 flag that you'll be able to go pick up from Maximum Promotions on West Avenue. Now, if you would like to have one maybe next week, all you got to do is sign up this week at sunnyradio.com. Click the button that says win tickets and more. You'll see all kinds of cool stuff that we're adding over the next few weeks. But today, get signed up and we'll see if we can make you a winner of a free flag from Maximum Promotions on this Free Flag Friday. Again, congrats to Al. Now, let's push this little button over here. We're going to talk on the phone to Garrett, and he is with the Cinch Rodeo, and they are in Sioux Falls, the Cinch Finals, and this is really kind of a cool thing. Let's, first of all, explain what this is, because I'm sure there's at least some people listening that don't know a whole lot about the Cinch Rodeo and what you guys do, and then it's really cool that we have this in Sioux Falls, so tell us a little bit about it here, Garrett.
So I guess I'll start by saying this. There's probably a lot of rodeo fans here in the great state of South Dakota, but this is not your average ordinary rodeo. This is as close to NFL, MLB, NBA, NHL playoffs as our sport has ever seen. The Cinch playoffs, I mean, right there in the name, it talks about the implications of going to, whether it be the World Series or the Stanley Cup playoffs or whatever. I mean, this is truly the last stepping stone to get to the National Finals Rodeo. There's $14 million up for grabs at the National Finals Rodeo. So the $1.2 million that we pay out here this weekend has huge implications to get those cowboys and cowgirls to the World Series of professional rodeo. So, there's going to be so much on the line here. The implications are huge. You're going to see cowboys and cowgirls try that much harder. It's the best livestock in the world, matched up with the 12 best contestants in the world at each rodeo event. So like I said, this is not your average ordinary rodeo. This is true do or die big league professional rodeo.
And this is a big deal, but it's a really, really big deal that we actually have this event right here in Sioux Falls.
It is. You guys as Governor Nome and Lieutenant Governor Roden, they are phenomenal people when it comes to, supporting rodeo and agriculture and keeping the West alive. And your state sport is rodeo. So that's what's so exciting to bring this event to kind of a home for rodeo. During the pandemic, South Dakota obviously kept things moving forward, and rodeo was a big part of that. So we are honored to get to bring this event right here to South Dakota. And the venue here, the Denny Sanford Premier Center, is second to none. It's a perfect place for rodeo. Great energy, great atmosphere. There's no bad seat in the house. And Sioux Falls, the city, has truly rolled out the red carpet. Mayor Ken Haken and all of his team have truly made us welcome. From a year ago when we announced this event all the way to opening night last night, it is something truly special to have this event right here in Sioux Falls.
And like you mentioned, it all kicked off last night. If you missed last night, you don't want to miss tonight or tomorrow. What time do things kick off tonight and tomorrow night in Sioux Falls?
Rodeo starts at 7:30 each night. You can get tickets at the Denny Sanford Premier Center box office or through Ticketmaster. For all the information on the event, you can visit cinchplayoffs.com. That'll give you all the do's and don'ts and all the information. But yeah, come early. Come on. We got some vendors on the concourse you can check out. Gates open at 6:30. Rodeo starts at 7:30. big time, lasers and pyro and light show in the opening. So you'll want to make sure that you get to your seat before showtime. And it is a 2-hour thrill ride at professional rodeo.
Again, the doors open at 6:30. Action starts at 7:30. It's a Denny Sanford Premier Center in Sioux Falls. Garrett, thank you so much for taking the time to chat with us about the event tonight.
Yes, sir. Thanks for having us. Hope everybody comes and sees us.
We'll throw a link to make it really easy to find tickets and all the details at facebook.com/sunnyradio and facebook.com/Sioux Falls News.
Did you know you can allocate a percentage of your IRA to physical gold and silver with a tax-free rollover? You can put your IRA back on the gold standard. Genesis Gold IRA is the only IRA that can hold physical precious metals. Call now for your free gold and silver report and learn how to qualify for up to $10,000 in free silver. GenesisGoldIRA.com would like to help protect your IRA today with a simple phone call. Learn more and get the phone number at GenesisGoldIRA.com. That's GenesisGoldIRA.com.
Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show on a Friday. I've got a guest in the studio with me right now. I have Walker from Grand Falls Casino and Golf Resort. How you doing, sir?
Good. How are you?
I am fantastic. Excited because we've got just a few more weeks now until Comedy Weekend. We've got Larry the Cable Guy. This is something that you guys do twice a year now, the Comedy Weekend?
Yes. So I brought it up last week, but we want to do 2 times a year.
And I love it.
Is one of those things that people love to come listen to comedy.
And it's a really cool thing because then I'm in a better mood. I come in, I'm happy, laughing. It's and you guys are doing a good job picking some great people too.
We've had really good luck in recent, like last April was Williams and Marie and Whitney Cummings.
And those guys are so funny.
And now we have
Larry the Cable Guy, and that's October 20th, so it's sneaking right up here. And then we've got, so it's next month, but it's not that far away.
We're literally 3 weeks out.
So we'll talk about Larry. It was with Blue Collar Comedy Tour.
Yep.
I mean, that thing, millions and millions of people went out to see that. That was huge. So if it was just that on its own, it would be enough. But then he's got movies that he's done. He's animated voice of the tow truck, Mater
on Cars, yep.
And I watched an interview that was talking about what a difference that made in his life and how cool that was. And it was originally going to be a smaller character, and then he did such a good job, they actually increased the size of the role of the character. And, get her done. Like, you can't say that without everybody knowing exactly who you're talking about. You can literally
such a famous catchphrase.
You can literally say 3 words and the entire world knows who it is. Get her done. I mean, he's going to be at Grand Falls coming up in just a few weeks. So if I would like to go, I have 2 opportunities to see him, right?
Correct. 6 p.m. and 9 p.m. We do have an early show, late show. Make sure you know which ticket to the show you're buying.
Yeah.
Because if you buy at 9 o'clock and you show up at 6, you're waiting. Or if you buy at 6 and you show up at 9, you missed it.
Yeah. So go to the show that you want to go to. And a good way to do that is kind of just plan, hey, do I want to go and see the show and then have dinner? Or do I want to go have dinner and then see the show?
It is kind of tricky. I would probably say show up before the show because Ruthie's does close at 10 p.m.
Oh, yeah.
And Robert's Buffet does close at 9:30, I believe, p.m. as well.
And they're busy on show nights. Very, very busy.
Very busy.
There are times that I'm the MC for an event and I show up, I'm like, well, I'll do that afterwards, I guess. So, no, it's a great thing. And speaking of Ruthie's, we should, and not Ruthie's, but Robert's Buffet, we should make sure we mention crab legs because we've talked about that. And it was designed to go through the end of September. And here we are at the end of September, but we're thinking it's going to extend into October now, right?
Yep. We at least have a couple more weeks. It's while supplies last. Yeah. So we're kind of playing it by ear, but we do have at least a couple weeks left.
Very nice. So again, that is all you can eat crab legs with the buffet. It's all included in the buffet tonight, every Friday night, while supplies last at Grand Falls Casino and Golf Resort. Now, if they would like to get tickets to any of the shows we just talked about, they can still get them all right?
Yep. GrandFallsCasinoResort.com, or you can go into the gift shop at the casino. They'll help you out either way.
And then coming up on November 11th, the Bacon brothers, Kevin Bacon and his brother Michael.
So Michael and Kevin Bacon.
I should write that down.
So, I mean, they're doing some music together. They've been doing it for a little while now, and so really excited about that. Otherwise, the next show after that, which is 2 weeks later on Thanksgiving weekend, is going to be Tommy DiCarlo, lead singer of Boston.
Yeah.
That being said, he's singing with his son
Yeah.
and his band that he created as like himself.
Yeah.
So that's what they're coming out and going to be playing for us that weekend.
It's going to be amazing. So the Bacon Brothers, November 11th. Tommy DiCarlo, again, he was at one point the lead singer of Boston. And just the story about how that happened is amazing. Again, he's going to be here on my birthday, November 25th. Mm-hmm. So spend the evening with us at Grand Falls Casino and Golf Resort. Walker, thanks for coming in, man.
Thank you so much for having me.
If you would like to get tickets to any of the shows we just talked about, or there's some other things you might find on there as well, grandfallscasinoresort.com. You can also call 712-777-7777, or better yet, come out tonight. Have some of those all-you-can-eat crab legs at the Roberts Buffet, and then just wander into the gift shop and get your tickets while you're there. All of the details at facebook.com/sunnyradio and facebook.com/Sioux Falls News.
How much do you pay for your cell phone every month? If that's more than $15, it's time for a Mintervention. Mint Mobile makes it affordable and easy to switch. Get a new phone or bring your current one. Whether you're a fan of iPhones or Samsung, they both work well with Mint Mobile. At Mintervention.com, you can see the current special offers from Mint Mobile, offering premium wireless for just $15 a month. That's far less than most people are paying. Just $15 a month. Learn more now at Mintervention.com.
This Day in Sioux Falls History is brought to you by the Sioux Falls Fun Page, West Sioux Studios, and Sunny 93.3. It was on this day, September 29th, 1902, captain of the University of Sioux Falls football team, Harry Jordan, passed away from injuries sustained 2 days prior in a football game against USD. Football was a much different game in the early 1900s than it is today. Equipment like helmets and shoulder pads and mouth guards hadn't even been introduced yet. Players looking for any extra cushion would pile on 2 or 3 thick wool sweaters. That would give a slight bit of relief from a rough game. On September 27th, 1902, at the East Side Athletic Field of Sioux Falls, Harry received a blow to the head while he was being tackled. He was immediately knocked unconscious. He faded in and out of consciousness for the next 2 days before passing away on the 29th. His father was understandably very distraught, going as far as having a police officer accompany him around the USD sidelines the next week. He was questioning players to see who was the one who delivered the fatal hit to his son. It was all a very disturbing tragedy in the small community of Sioux Falls on this day in 1902. This Day in Sioux Falls History has been brought to you by the Sioux Falls Fun Page, West Sioux Studios, and Sunny 93.3.
Why did the chicken cross the road? To save money on insurance at InsuranceChicken.com. Do you have the best plan for you? Find out at InsuranceChicken.com. Let's face it, we don't even want insurance. We need it. But you don't need to overpay. Head over to InsuranceChicken.com to see your rates from several different companies. All available in one place at InsuranceChicken.com. The other guys have a gecko, a duck, and an emu. Why not a chicken? InsuranceChicken.com. That's InsuranceChicken.com.
Hey, this episode of the John and Heidi Show bonus hour is done. Now, there are times during the bonus hour I'll mention something from our regular program, the John and Heidi Show, which is syndicated on like 300 stations around the country. There's actually a podcast for that as well. So if I mention something that you're going, hey, whatever happened? He didn't talk to that person, or this didn't happen, that didn't happen. You can find that podcast at JohnAndHeidiShow.com. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show bonus hour.